Well, your pain at the pump is also being translated into pain at the grocery store. Neil Melancon now joins us with this week's Bottom Line. And Neil, earlier we were talking, everybody wants to know, Neil, when are food prices going to finally stop rising?
Well, Mike, not for the immediate future. It's not good for prices across the board because so much depends on fuel, especially in agriculture. Hikes in energy costs affect every level of food production in every sector of agriculture, from fruits and vegetables to grains to livestock. For instance, March and most of April were dry months in Louisiana, which means rice and other grain fields had to be irrigated. Rice in particular was expensive as the fields have to be flooded, and sunny days meant a lot of evaporation, so a lot of money evaporated to pay for gas to run the well pumps. Higher gas prices mean whether you're buying or selling cattle, you're losing money bringing heifers home to breed or selling calves to the feedlots. And eventually, you need to bring whatever food you produce to the grocery store, so higher fuel prices for trucks adds to overhead and a few more cents for your milk, eggs, produce, and meat. Now, there's no likely short-term relief in any of this. Oil prices are being held up by rampant speculation money tied to the unrest in the Middle East and a recent OPEC move to cut production. The good news, if you can call it that, is that it's an election year next year, and there's going to be a lot of pressure politically to cut prices for gas, even if it is just short-term. There's even a move to have a congressional investigation of gas prices, so maybe in 4 or 5 years we'll catch a break. Seriously, the bottom line here is that market forces favor higher prices for both gas and food, Mike, and any relief right now will likely just be short-term.
And I know, Neil, a lot of people do not like to hear the word speculators when we talk about market conditions, because a lot of folks say that just artificially increases prices and just really drives things through the roof. But we'll keep an eye on it. Neil Melancon, thanks. And remember, you can hear any of Neil's reports on the Louisiana Farm Bureau Radio Network. For a list of stations where you can tune in, click on over to our website, twilatv.org, and look for the link called LFB Radio Network on the left side of the home page. That does it for this edition of This Week in Louisiana Agriculture. Join us next week when we'll travel to the state capitol with the Louisiana Farm Bureau's Young Farmers and Ranchers Committee to find out what's on their minds during the 2011 Louisiana legislative session. Till then, you can watch any of our stories online. You know the address, twilatv.org. For all of us here at This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Michael Dana. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Hope to see you again right here next week.